If you love the idea of fresh homemade bread but don't want a bulky appliance taking over your counter, a compact bread maker can be a real game changer. Finding the best small bread maker isn't just about saving space, it's about how easily baking fits into your everyday routine. These machines are designed to take care of the hard work while giving you consistent results and control over your ingredients. Honestly, I'm super interested to hear what kind of bread you actually make most at home, whether it's classic sandwich bread, whole wheat, or something more adventurous. If you want to check current prices or availability, you'll find links for each model in the description below. We'll start with the Oster Expressbaker bread maker. And as we move into this first model, you'll notice how it's built to make bread baking feel approachable rather than technical. When you use this machine, you're working with a bread maker that supports loaf sizes up to 2 pounds, giving you flexibility whether you're baking for yourself or for others. The clear LCD display and intuitive menu system guide you through a wide range of preset programs covering everyday white bread, whole wheat, sweet loaves, and dough-only cycles. The express bake setting is particularly useful when time is limited, producing a finished loaf in about an hour while still maintaining structure and texture. As the machine runs, everything from kneading to baking happens automatically, allowing you to step away without worrying about timing or temperature. The non-stick baking pan releases the loaf cleanly, which makes serving and cleanup feel effortless. You can also choose between different crust color settings, subtly changing the texture and flavor of the finished bread. Heat circulates evenly throughout the interior, helping the loaf rise consistently and bake through from edge to center. Living with the Oster, you begin to appreciate how predictable and reliable it feels. Dough develops evenly, loaves rise well, and the finished bread slices smoothly without crumbling. Despite its 2-pound capacity, the machine itself doesn't dominate your counter space, which makes it easier to leave out and use regularly. That consistency is why it often appears in small bread maker reviews as a dependable, everyday option. Over time, this bread maker becomes less of an appliance and more of a routine. You add ingredients, select a program, and let the machine quietly do the rest. Filling your kitchen with that familiar, comforting aroma. As you think about using something like this, I'm genuinely curious whether speed or a slower, traditional rise matters more to you. So let me know what you honestly prefer. Moving on to the Hamilton Beach 29882 HomeBaker bread maker, the emphasis shifts toward convenience and day-to-day practicality. From the first use, you'll notice that it also supports loaf sizes up to 2 pounds and includes a thoughtfully selected range of preset programs for common bread types and dough preparation. The digital interface is clear and readable, helping you move through each stage without second-guessing your settings. One of the most noticeable benefits when you're using the Hamilton Beach is how easy it is to maintain. The removable bread pan and kneading paddle are dishwasher safe, which simplifies cleanup after frequent use. Crust shade options let you adjust how light or dark your loaf finishes, and those small adjustments make it easier to match your personal preferences. Internally, the machine maintains stable baking conditions that support even rising and consistent browning. As you experiment with different recipes, you'll find that the kneading system handles both softer doughs and denser whole grain mixtures with confidence. The delayed start function fits naturally into your schedule, allowing you to prepare ingredients ahead of time and return to freshly baked bread when it's most convenient. These qualities are often highlighted in small bread maker reviews, especially by users who value ease of use. With repeated use, the HomeBaker proves itself as a reliable kitchen companion. It doesn't demand special techniques or constant monitoring, and instead delivers loaves that feel familiar, well-shaped, and satisfying. As we transition to the Elite Gourmet EBM 8103B, you'll notice that this model places a strong emphasis on flexibility while remaining compact. When you begin using it, you're working with a bread maker that accommodates multiple loaf sizes up to 2 pounds and offers a generous selection of preset programs. These presets support everything from standard sandwich bread to specialty doughs, giving you room to experiment at your own pace. The control panel allows you to select loaf size and crust shade with confidence, while the non-stick bread pan promotes smooth release and easy cleanup. A viewing window on the lid lets you observe the baking process without opening the machine, adding a sense of connection to what's happening inside. The kneading action develops dough evenly, which helps produce bread with a consistent crumb. As the baking cycle progresses, the delayed start timer becomes especially valuable. You can load ingredients in advance and time the bake to finish exactly when you want it to. The Elite Gourmet maintains steady internal conditions throughout the process, supporting predictable fermentation and baking. That reliability makes it a frequent mention when people talk about a top-rated small bread maker in its category. After spending time with this machine, what stands out is how welcoming it feels. It doesn't overwhelm you with complexity, yet it offers enough control to grow your confidence as a baker. As we move to the Cuisinart CBK 110 Compact Automatic Bread Maker, the experience becomes noticeably more refined. This model is designed specifically to save counter space while still supporting loaf sizes up to 2 pounds. Its preset programs include options for white bread, whole wheat, gluten-free recipes, and dough, all accessed through a clean, purposeful interface. Using the CBK 110, you'll notice how precisely the machine manages each stage of the baking process. The kneading cycles develop gluten evenly, resulting in bread with a uniform texture and consistent rise. Internal temperature control supports steady fermentation and thorough baking, helping you achieve similar results from one loaf to the next. The non-stick pan removes easily and releases bread without sticking. As you continue baking, the adjustable crust settings allow you to fine-tune the final exterior, whether you prefer something softer or more well-baked. Despite its compact size, the machine handles a wide range of recipes confidently. That combination of efficiency and consistency is why many consider it a top-rated small bread maker for smaller kitchens. Living with the Cuisinart means enjoying a bread maker that quietly does its job well. It doesn't draw attention to itself, but the results speak clearly every time you slice into a fresh loaf. Finally, we arrive at the OSIPOTO 2 pounds bread maker machine, where generous capacity meets modern, compact design. When you begin using this machine, you'll notice that it supports loaf sizes up to 2 pounds while maintaining a footprint that works comfortably in smaller kitchens. The stainless steel exterior gives it a clean, contemporary look, and the digital control panel presents its preset programs in a clear, readable layout. These programs are designed to handle a variety of bread styles and dough functions, allowing you to explore different recipes without needing to adjust technical settings manually. As the OSIPOTO runs through its cycle, it automatically manages kneading, rising, and baking, so you can focus on ingredient quality rather than technique. The nonstick bread pan encourages even heat distribution, helping the loaf rise evenly and bake through with a consistent crumb. You can select loaf size and crust preference, which gives you control over the final texture without making the process feel complicated. With repeated use, this machine feels especially approachable if you're newer to bread making. Ingredient loading is straightforward. The menu navigation is intuitive, and the delayed start function lets you time fresh bread around your day. The kneading mechanism works the dough thoroughly, producing bread with a soft interior and a satisfying structure that holds together well when sliced. It's easy to see why many people searching for the best small bread maker end up considering this model alongside more established brands. By the time you've finished baking with the OSIPOTO, the experience feels smooth and rewarding. It delivers generous loaves while fitting naturally into everyday life, making fresh bread feel like a habit rather than a special occasion. When it comes down to it, the right small bread maker is the one that fits your space, your schedule, and how often you actually plan to bake. Each of these machines brings a slightly different mix of simplicity, control, and consistency, which is why they continue to stand out in small bread maker reviews. Before you head out, I'm genuinely curious which model feels like it would work best in your kitchen, so honestly, let me know which one stood out to you most in the comments. And if you want to check current pricing or availability, you'll find links for each bread maker in the description below.